So I think a lot of people wonder about what's appropriate access, and you can't really say what appropriate access is for everybody, because the idea of appropriate means it's going to work for that person. And so what we always have to be asking ourselves is, can I make it easier for this person to do what everybody else is doing, given their disability? That's what access means. It just means, what can I do to make it possible for this person that cannot hold a pencil to write? Well, I could give them a flip book. I can give them an on-screen keyboard. I mean, we've got a lot of possibilities, but it's not enough to say, well, they can't hold a pencil. Oh, well, they can't write. Same with reading. They've got a visual impairment. You know, people are pretty much used to computers that enlarge text. I mean, that's become, you know, kind of everyday. But if you can look at also for our girls with Rett syndrome, some of them have visual processing issues. So I think part and parcel of being a good provider, whether you're a teacher, OT, PT, SLP, you've got to be a good diagnostician first. You've got to be able to look at kids and adults and say, what is it that's holding them back? What's the barrier that's in the way? Now, is there some technology I can use that'll get rid of that barrier? If not, are there some things that I can do in instruction or the way I set it up or the way I angle things that are going to help break down that barrier? Some barriers are just hard, and we're going to have to do an end around. You know, in football there's something called an end around. We're just going to go around the obstacle and we're going to figure out another way to do it. But for the most part, I think that people are really looking for like a canned solution. Like, oh, if A, then B. There's no if A, then B here. This is if A, then better put on your thinking cap and figure out B. So that's kind of the thing I like the most, I think. I think that's the thing that really, if I had to say what a strong suit of mine was personally, I think it's because I grew up with a dad who was a jerry-rigger, you know, and was always fixing things and having to, you know, work them around. And I think that I got that idea that there's always a way to make it better. There's always a way.